Okay, sorry, I didn't think I was going to be able to squeeze all that in. So I made a little separate shorty here. This will only take a couple minutes about the ozone layer. So here's your funny for today. So here we go next. Okay, so here's another story that has to do with the atmosphere. It has to do with warming also. It has to do with radiation, but it's a little bit separate but somewhat connected. Ozone is O3, right? This is a big part of the evolution of life on Earth. You remember when the Earth was really young, there was no oxygen in the atmosphere? When photosynthesis evolved, that's how the oxygen got there. Well, this O2 oxygen gets converted to O3 oxygen with the help of ultraviolet radiation, okay? And so as the O3 layer in the upper atmosphere of the Earth increased, this phenomenon also happened. O3 is a good absorber of UV radiation. UV radiation is not good for life. It can cause mutations and cause such like the kind that cause skin cancer. And so this shield of ozone was necessary for life to evolve on land, but also necessary for it to continue on land. Well, what we found since 1975 was that this layer was getting thinner. And we investigated and found out why. The words on the next page. It was this chemical that we had used in different things like spray deodorant and manufacturing processes that was breaking down the ozone. Once we realized that, most countries outlawed it. And as of just recently, saw a just recent report, our ozone layer is like back to normal. This is a happy ending to a problem that humans caused, not on purpose. We didn't realize this feature of these chemicals was happening, but when we did, we fixed it. So this is the kind of chemical we're talking about. This is what makes spray cans spray. So ozone up high is a good thing, but down low, if you breathe it in, it's a pollutant. So this is a good example of all kinds of complexities that have to do with the Earth itself and the atmosphere. And that's what makes this problem very difficult to put a finger on and to fix this problem I'm talking about being global warming, da 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 da. There are many, many, many factors, some of which we haven't figured out yet. We haven't figured everything out. So, what's it all add up to? Well, one thing it adds up to is there's too many people on the earth for the amount of resources that the earth has compared to how much resources each person uses. So if we just look at fossil fuels, right, as that one resource, how much fossil fuel has to get burnt for you to live the life you do, right, with the habits that you have? Well, here's a place. I think you can click on these links, right? If not, you can Google it. You can calculate what's called your carbon footprint. And if we were in class, we'd have a little contest. Who has this is like golf. You want a lower number here for your carbon footprint, then you're less negatively impactful on the environment. So anyway, if you want to try that, that's kind of fun. So now just one practice question here. Um, we're talking about activities that increase carbon dioxide, likely to cause which of the following environmental changes? Well, tsunamis, right, also known as hurricanes, um, and big waves, rather. Tsunamis are a kind of a weather generated thing. So that would change if things heat up. Like I said, all kinds of extreme things do. I can make a case for that. You're not going to decrease plant growth because carbon dioxide is like good for them as far as, so you'll actually increase plant growth, at least at first, right? Warming's not going to cause an ice age, certainly not likely, right? And higher sea level, we talked about, this would be the best answer here. Tsunamis would be probably the second best answer. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's time for some exercise. I invented this exercise. It's like a cross between a lunge and a crunch. You know what I call it, Shania? Lunch. It's time for lunch. What happens to your lunch? Have a good day.